Yes, nonsense and analysis. Yeah, hi, dear viewer. Today we'll be focusing on the African Individual Championship. Very exciting stuff happening there. Basically, the tournament is held in Egypt, in Cairo, and today is the second day of the event. Yesterday, the tournament kicked off. Two sections, the open section and the ladies section. Open section, Egypt. The tournament actually looks more like an Egyptian Open because of course they are playing at home and many of their juniors and also strong players came out. So the first seed in the event is Amin Passem, uh, many time African champion, and I mean the man was over 2,730. I think now he's around 2,650 or so, extremely strong. Second seed is Ahmed Adli, Grandmaster as well, over 2,600, I think. And then third is Fauzi. Yeah. Adam Fauzi is third. Then we have another GM from Algeria, and a number of very strong players. But the rest of the field generally is Egyptian. Um, there is the winner of the Moja Open, uh, uh, Chola, is playing there. He drew the first round against the weaker player, but okay, it's still early days. And then from South Africa, Michael Simpson is participating. He is. We'll talk later about it, but he is on full score. Basically, they played the second round today at 11 in the morning, and there's going to be another round that is currently underway, starting at 6, I think. So Michael Simpson is playing on board 3, brilliant. He's got 2 out of 2. He's playing against uh, uh, Wafa, Hamed Wafa, international master rating 2367. I think he's quite a youngster, his opponent. So we are going to keep a close eye on that to see how Michael Simpson is going to do. Wish him the best of luck. Today I'll be focusing though more. Oh yeah, one more thing before I go to the ladies section. It's interesting to note that both favorites, Amin Bassem and Ahmed Adli, they dropped half a point already against Egyptian opposition. And but early days, of course, yeah, long way to go. Let's now jump over to the women's section, and because there were some that attracted uh, my attention, certainly will attract your attention, dear viewer, because in the women's section, we have two uh, participants from South Africa, Jessie February, former, I mean, she has won this championship, I think, twice or 3 times, if I'm not mistaken, but she's one of the favorites for sure. And then also Ansel Lobsha, international master, woman international master. Ansel Lobsha played as well, is playing rather. So what was of interest to me, of course, was that in round 2, these participants met. So they won the first round. And today they played 11 a.m. And that's the game we're going to look at. Uh, Jessie won the game, and she's playing now as we speak against one of the Shrook sisters because there is, I mean, sorry, the Wafa sisters. There's a Wafa Shrook who's the first woman grandmaster and first seed. I think she has 2189, and she's playing against Shahenda Wafa, who has a woman grandmaster has a rating of 2085. So a key match for Jessie today, and we are hoping that she will do well. We are wishing her the very best behind her, and yeah, it's one of the tests. Of course, should she win today, she will definitely most probably play the other She'll then play Wafashuk possibly tomorrow. So yeah, a tough journey. But if you want to be African champion, this is what you have to do. You have to go through such players. Anyway, let's jump over to the game that was played this morning, yeah, between two South Africans, Ansel Lopsha against Jesse February. Okay, let's start. So Ansel was having the white pieces. She played knight f3, g6, g3, bishop g7, bishop g2, c5. Okay, normal. She plays d3. There's a signal that she wants to play king's Indian attack, possibly. Castles, and then she plays e4, 97, q1, d6. These are all normal. c3. White would like to play the move d4, so black plays e5. Prevents it for a while. And then a4 is played. So now there's a signal that she's establishing c4 for the knight. She wants to put the knight on d4, on that outpost, because the pawn on d6 is soft, yeah? Because it can be protected by another pawn. Sound strategy. Normal. Knight goes back, and Jessie plays h6. Normal again. h6 signals that she will want to put the bishop on e6 to cover that soft d5 square, and she wants to discourage knight g5. Okay, h6 is played, knight c4, bishop e6. I mean, so far so good, I think. And here, Ansel played a move I don't like. She played knight e3. I don't like this move. I don't like it at all. Because, look, bishop e6 is not to take, the threat is not to take the knight, because under no circumstances will black take this knight. Why? Because if white recaptures with the d pawn, then there will be an open file, and the pawn on d6 would then fall under attack. So we know for a fact that under no circumstances is black going to take that knight on c4. So white has to start making plans. There are many moves, many ideas to be played here. h3, bishop b3 is an idea. Bishop d2 is also an idea. b3 is also a playable move, and you know. But knight e3, certainly, I'm not sure why she played knight e3. I'm not sure if she was spooked by anything. But I think for me, it shows that, you know, when you're not playing well, when 93 is one move that you play when you are having, you don't have a clear plan, in a sense that she sees what she wants. You know, you start to calculate variations that you want, but you are unhappy about a certain position. And then you look at another variation, but then you start jumping from one variation to the other. And then at the end of the day, you cannot make up your mind, and you just make a move without giving it too much thought. Maybe after planning the time. That's what I didn't see the clock situation, but I am speculating that that is what happened, because that's what happens normally in competition. You know, there's a lot of pressure, and when you cannot perform at the usual level that you know you can perform on, it can lead to some panic, internal panic, because you have to see, I cannot generate ideas. You know, these things that happening in your mind. And I think this is what happens to Ansel, and she plays 93. 93 does not make a lot of sense. You cannot jump into d5. You're blocking the bishop. You're blocking the rook. You know. So Chelsea plays f5. Very logical move. And second thing I don't agree with happens here. She takes on f5. This is very dangerous, because she concedes the center to black, and then plays knight h4. I mean, everything is going bad for Ansel. And f4. This suggests itself for black. Because, okay, look, white is dreaming of the day to play f4. Because if white can play f4, then white could dream of some advantage. Because then if I play f4, the pawn on f5 is weak by definition. No? It cannot be protected by another pawn. And then I could maybe start to put pressure on it. But this way, I mean, once black plays f4, I mean, all roads lead to white's king. She plays knight f1. It's a very sad situation. Queen d7. She's already, nothing is making sense. Knight on h4. Yeah, it just didn't get going, you know. Oh, now she takes on F4. It's getting from bad to worse. I mean, if anything, every decision she's making is wrong because she is in panic mode. You can tell. I mean, okay, you are worse, but you're not getting checkmated. I mean, play, you know. Um, I don't know. Worst comes to worst, I would play maybe B3, I don't know. I want to play B3 and play rook A2, by the way. I would like to play, let's say, B3 and put my rook on A2 to defend along the second rank. You have to try. You have to try. But important is not to collapse, and important is to keep your nerve. And she collapses here completely. She makes life easy. Because when you take, I mean, who is benefiting? It's black. The E5 square is open for the knight, for the pieces. Everything is coming. And now she plays queen e2. There's no threat. Rook f6 is coming. The rook, they will be doubled. The rook will come to g6. She plays knight d2, d5, stopping the knight coming to e4, knight b3. It's sad when you have to play knight b3, queen d6. Pieces are starting to point at the king. Then she moves back. Oof, yeah, didn't work. Rook f8. It's a very easy game for Chelsea, yeah? Bishop g4, h3, bishop h5, queen c2. Just all the pieces are basically, that's what I'm looking for. They're flowing into white's position, let's put it that way. Queen b3, exchanges, f3, it's a disaster. The king is now naked, shall we put it that way? Very weak king. 95 is coming. Queen goes to d1, knight g6, and she had enough. And I don't blame her. So, yeah, unfortunately, that was the end of the second round. I hope that Ansel will recover from this psychologically and get back to a usual normal level. Here it was just, she was a bundle of nerves. She never got going. You know, she put too much pressure maybe on herself. She was ready and this, but it just didn't, she didn't get going. And yeah, unfortunately, the game was quite bad. So anyway, there's a long way to go. So yeah, African individual is on. It's on, guys. It's on. It's on. It's on. And yeah, following now, interestingly, it's still early days, but already in the women's section, that's why I went here. It's heating up. It's heating up in the women's section already. And I think in the women's section already around round 4, the winner of the tournament will already have made her mark or at least raised her hand, and then everyone else will be chasing. So let's hope that player who everyone else will be chasing will be chasing. Let's see. Good luck for her today. And let's see what happens. And also another player we have to mention, I've already mentioned before, Michael Simpson is on board 3, brilliant. And he just has to, he's got the white pieces and he has to, withstand. But we're going to look at those games. So I'll find a way to profile maybe both games, yeah, what I would want to do. So excellent. Please keep an eye out. African Individuals is on. Exciting stuff. And yeah, for now, please comment on the game, give your analysis, and subscribe, please, if you have not yet subscribed. We are slowly getting close to that 1,000 mark. Doing well. Thank you very much for everyone who subscribed. And like, share, please. And yeah, with that, I'm gonna actually now go look at the games. And with that, till we meet in the next broadcast, I will say checkmate.